You've probably seen a children's textbook 1,000 times, right? But have you ever really stopped to think about the genius hidden inside? We're not here to learn our ABCs. Nope, we're here to deconstruct the brilliant, intentional design that turns simple rhymes into powerful learning tools.
Ah, this one. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. It's basically the soundtrack of childhood. But this isn't just a fun little game. This seemingly simple scene is actually the first step on a pretty sophisticated educational journey.
So, what's the secret sauce here? What is the hidden genius behind this simple rhyme? Because it's so much more than a song. It's a carefully crafted educational strategy. And that's exactly what we're going to deconstruct today.
First up, let's look at how this book uses the most accessible tool any kid has, their own body. It's all about tapping into that powerful, almost instinctual connection between words and physical actions.
Just listen to that. It's so direct, isn't it? The words aren't just ideas. They're basically commands. Clap, tap. The rhyme doesn't just tell you what hands are, it makes you use them, forging an immediate physical link to the language itself.
And this whole technique, it actually has a name, kinesthetic learning. Basically, it's learning by doing. For a kid, connecting an abstract word like hand to the real physical act of clapping, well, that makes the word concrete. It makes it memorable, and it helps them understand it on a much, much deeper level. And you can see it right here. These kids aren't just looking at a drawing. They are literally mapping their own bodies, pointing to your eyes, your nose, your mouth. It's like an act of self-discovery, and language is the guide leading the way.
And get this. This is a note from the textbook, written directly to the teacher. It's not a suggestion, it's an instruction. The physical touch is a required part of the lesson. See? This isn't just some accidental fun. This is carefully engineered pedagogy.
So what looks like a simple song is, well, it's actually a foundational exercise. It's building a kind of physical map of language right inside a child's brain. And that's just the first layer of genius we're going to uncover.
Okay, so the book connects words to the body. But how does it bridge that gap from the physical world to the super abstract world of reading? How does it connect the words we say to the symbols we see on a page?
Well, learning to read is kind of like cracking a code, isn't it? You have to figure out that all these little squiggles on a page actually stand for specific sounds. That whole process is called phonics, and this textbook has a really clear, really elegant way of teaching it.
It's a simple three-step dance. Step 1, you see the symbol, let's say the letter S. Step 2, you hear its sound, that s, 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 hiss. And finally, step 3, you connect that sound to a word you already know, like sun. Symbol, sound, meaning. It's a perfect little learning loop.
And the pictures here, they just reinforce that loop so beautifully. You've got this friendly, smiling sun that makes the word sun feel positive and approachable. And then the image of the kids singing reminds us, hey, this isn't some boring drill. We're learning this through the joy of music.
And then, bam, you look at the teacher's notes and the intention becomes crystal clear. The instruction is to focus specifically on that initial sound. This isn't just about recognizing a word. It's about breaking it down into its phonetic parts. It's a deliberate strategy to teach the core mechanics of reading.
But wait, there's more. Learning isn't just about your body and your brain working in isolation. It's also about how you interact with other people. So now, let's dive into the textbook's hidden curriculum, the part that teaches us how to learn together.
The social side of the classroom is something that's often overlooked, but not in this textbook. No way. In fact, it actively designs exercises that require you to interact with someone else. It turns learning from this private solo mission into a shared experience.
I mean, look at this. The book literally tells students to talk in pairs. This isn't just downtime or a break from the lesson, it's a structured learning activity. So why is that so important?
Think about it. In the traditional kind of passive model, the teacher talks, the student listens. Information just flows one way. But when you talk in pairs, you create this active dialogue. You have to ask a question, and your partner has to dig into their brain to find the answer. That forces what's called active recall, which is one of the absolute best ways to make learning stick.
And then the teacher's note reveals this really crucial detail. The goal is for every single child to get a chance to speak. So this is about way more than just transferring knowledge. It's about building confidence. It's about making sure everyone feels included. And it's about designing a classroom that's socially equitable. So that one simple instruction, talk in pairs, it's doing all of this at once. It turns students into teachers for a moment, it reinforces memory, it develops crucial social skills, and it builds the confidence kids need to speak up in a group. I mean, that is an incredibly efficient piece of educational design.
Okay, so we've seen learning through movement, through phonics, and through social interaction. What's the final, crucial ingredient that ties all of this together and makes it work?
It's this: repetition. The very last teacher's note we'll look at really hammers this home. Provide regular and frequent practice. See, none of these amazing techniques work as a one-off trick. The real genius is in the consistency. It's the structured, repeated play that builds these skills over time, until they become totally second nature.
So there it is, the secret formula unpacked. This textbook's power comes from mixing these 4 principles together. It uses the body to make language real and concrete. It uses phonics to crack the code of written words. It uses social interaction to build confidence and community. And it uses repetition to make it all permanent.
And this just leaves us with a really fascinating final thought. If the very foundation of language, which is one of the most complex skills we ever master, is built through simple things like movement, interaction, and structured play, what does that tell us? What are we missing in how we try to learn new things as adults? What could we all learn if we brought just a little more of that simple, playful genius into our own lives?